Hey there, friend, and welcome to Sow Soulful, where we slow down long enough to listen to nature and the lesson it quietly teaches. This week's conversation is one that I think we all need. Now, I know you're probably wondering, what in the world is she talking about now? But just stay with me for a minute. I promise you'll get it. So go ahead and grab your cup of coffee or tea or whatever comfort looks like in a cup for you today, and let's spend a few minutes together. The other day I was out in the garden pruning my tomato plants, and I was minding my own business, and out of nowhere I said, "I'm gonna get you, sucker." And then I stopped because I'm thinking, why am I out here talking trash to a tomato plant? But if you grow tomatoes, you already know exactly what I'm talking about. But for those of you who don't, let me take a moment to explain. Tomatoes grow these little shoots called suckers. They come up between the main stem and the branch. And at first they don't look like much, just a little piece of green growth. But depending on the type of tomato plant that you're growing, some people leave them alone. But me, I prune some of the suckers. Not because the sucker is bad. It's just that the plant only has so much energy. And I'm trying to help it because pruning it can put more of that energy back into the fruit and help to increase the airflow, which helps keeps the plant healthy. But as I'm standing there with those pruners, I'm starting to think about all the little things in my life that don't look like much at first. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. One more thing I said yes to. One more tab open in my mind. One more project I started before I even finished the last one. One more, I'll get to that tomorrow. One more responsibility pulling from me. And none of it looks like a big deal by itself. But all together, whew, that thing will have you tired and you won't even know why. Sometimes it's not one big thing draining us. It's all the little things we never stop to prune. And I had to think about that because I have a lot of stuff growing in my life. But not everything should be growing in my life at this time. Some things are good things, but they may not need my energy right now. Some things are old things that I just keep carrying. Some things are habits and I just keep making excuses as to why I'm keeping them. Some things are conversations that I just keep replaying. And some things are commitments that I made when I was in a different season of my life. And guess what? If I'm not careful, all of my energy starts going everywhere except the very place that it needs to go. Then I'm left wondering why I don't have anything left for the fruit. Why don't I have energy for the thing that I said that mattered? Why am I too tired to work on that dream that I want to become a reality so bad? Why am I too drained to take care of even my own self? Why am I moving all day long, but I still don't feel productive? And maybe the answer is not that I need to do more. Maybe sometimes I just need to prune. Not because everything is bad, but because I can't keep giving everything away and then wondering why I've got nothing left when it's time to work on the one thing that God gave me to do. And that fruit needs time to grow. It needs energy to grow. It needs me to grow. So I sat there in front of that tomato plant as I was pruning it, and I'm thinking, what's growing here? What's producing there? What's supporting this plant? What's just taking energy? What's blocking the air? What's making everything too crowded? And then I realized, wow, pruning this plant It's teaching me to look at my own life. You see, the same way I looked at those pruned tomato plants had me thinking about things in my life that needed to be pruned. And as I'm thinking and staring at this tomato plant, I realize sometimes you don't need to tear down the whole plant. Sometimes you just need to remove what's pulling too much from it. That's the part that I'm still learning. Because pruning is not punishment. Pruning is care. It's saying, I want this to live. I want this dream to grow. I want this part of me to breathe. So yes, I was out there talking to my tomato plants, just like my grandmother used to talk to her flowers, and I thought she was crazy. But I get it now. So yes, I said what I said. I'm going to get you, Sucka. But I now know that I wasn't just talking to the tomato plant. I was talking to everything that's been silently pulling energy from the fruit that I'm trying to grow. So guess what? Before I head out to the garden this week, I'm going to be doing a little pruning somewhere else first. Because I know these tomato plants out here aren't the only things asking for my energy. And I'm sure you're probably feeling the same way. Well, friend, I hope something we talked about today gave you a little something to carry with you this week. And if it did, share this episode with someone else. You never know what little seed might take root in the heart of someone just because you decided to pass it along. Thank you for spending a little time with me today. And until next time, keep sowing, keep growing, and keep living soulful.